Good morning, everybody. So here's Ava. And say hi, Murph. There's Murphy. Okay, so we are working in section 3.3, and we are talking about a couple of ideas. Really, we're heading into calculus ideas. The average rate of change, which is just the slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Hi, Murph. And you'll see it appear in another format as well. You'll see it as f of x minus f at a over x minus a if you're in calculus, or you'll see it as f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. So these are three different versions of basically the slope formula. And what's going to happen, so I'm taking number 7 for example. You're given a function, and you're given a space over which to determine the rate of change. So in order to be able to operate in this world, you need two ordered pairs. Again, still need two ordered pairs, and it's not obvious, but there's actually two ordered pairs hidden in here. So if you see this form, it's still doing two ordered pairs. And I'll show you how to do one of these in the process. So they give you the interval from 2 to 2 plus h, okay? And what you'll do is you'll figure out what 2 is, so you'll plug it, or sorry, not what 2 is, what 2 generates, so you plug 2 into the expression and you get 3 times 2, so that's 6 plus 4 is 10, so you have the ordered pair 2, 10. And then you figure out what happens when you plug this point in. Well, this point is 2 plus h, so you distribute your 3 and you add your 4's and you get 10 plus 3h. And so your ordered pair is 2 plus h, 10 plus 3h. And now you go to your slope formula. This is your y2, this is your y1, this is your x2, this is your x1. And so it'll look like this. 10 plus 3h minus 10, so y2 minus y1 over x2, 2 plus h minus x1. And you end up with 3h over h, and the h's cancel, and you get 3. Same idea on number 13. So we're going to have f of x is equal to 3x cubed. So we're going the interval from 1 to 1 plus h. So I have 1 generating a 3, so I have the ordered pair of 1, 3. And I have 1 plus h. Now I did some multiplication out for this, and I got 1 times 3h plus 3h squared plus h cubed. And then I distribute the 3 through, and I got 3 plus 9h plus 9h squared plus 3h cubed. So this is my y2, and this is my y1. This is my x2, and this is my x1. So it looked like this. 3 plus 9h plus 9h squared plus 3h cubed minus 3 over 1 plus h minus 1. And that left me with 9h plus 9h squared plus 3h cubed over h. And then I factored out an h, and I canceled my h's, and I'm left with that as an expression. Now what happens if they give you the other format, that f of x plus h minus f of x all over h? Well, in problem 15, they give you the function, I didn't write it down, my apologies, I'll put it here. F of x is equal to 2x squared minus 3x. Okay, so what you'll do, the instructions are saying wherever there's an x, you put an x plus h. So this x gets the boot thrown out, and it gets replaced with the x plus h that is in the formula here, x plus h. Same thing for the 3. So the x gets the boot right here, and we replace it with x plus h. So this part here is the f at x plus h part, minus, see the minus, and then f at x, so it's just the plain function itself, so 2x squared minus 3x. So I FOILed that out, and I got x squared plus 2xh plus h, and then I'm going to distribute this, so I got negative 3x minus 3h, distribute this negative, so I have negative 2x squared plus 3x, and this is all over h still. I distributed the 2, and so I had 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h minus 3x minus 3h minus 2x squared plus 3x. and I dropped off the things that would eliminate, leaving me with 4xh plus 2h minus 3. And combined like terms, so I have 4xh minus h over h. Factor out an h, the h's cancel, so I have 4x minus 1. That's what's left, is 4x minus 1. Okay. Now, you're going to see these things called the derivative when you hit calculus, but that aside. So on your calculator and in your book, they're talking about where are intervals of increasing, intervals of decreasing, where are maxes and mins. And I'm going to ask that you do this with your calculator pretty much. Interval where this graph is increasing. And I've tried to denote it and think of these as 1 and 1. I'm sorry, negative 1, 1, 2, 3, and that's positive 1. So here's my x-axis, my y-axis. So the graph is increasing, growing to here. So the x values over which it's increasing are negative infinity to positive 1. But when it hits this like peak point, we don't include the 1 because it actually is, it's like when you throw a ball up in the air and it hangs there for a moment. When that hangs there, it's not going up or down, it's just there for a moment. And that's what's happening here. So we don't include the 1. And then we unite that with, well, we're over at 3 and then we're off to infinity. So 3 and we're heading off to infinity. That's our increasing. Okay, so it'll write negative infinity to 1 and then 3 to infinity, and we unite those sets. That's our increasing. Our decreasing is from 1 to 3. And again, we don't include those. Okay, we don't include the endpoints because of those moments we're actually having a maximum or a minimum occur. Now, I'm going to ask that you use second trace to determine the actual values of your maxes and your mins if you're struggling to find them. If they're graphical like the book has and you can just read it off, go right ahead. What you do is you'll do second trace and then you'll hit maximum and then the cursor will blink. And you've got to move the cursor using your arrow pad to be to one side of the max. You'll hit enter and it's going to make this little eyeball triangle kind of thing. Move the cursor to the other side, hit enter, and it's going to do this. Now on your calculator, it'll ask you if you want to guess. Don't bother, just hit enter again. And then the x value is where the maximum occurs. Where the maximum occurs. The y value is what the maximum is. Okay? Two different questions get asked. Where does it occur versus what is it? Okay? And in this case, where it occurs is the x value 1, and what is it? It's the y value 1. And to do the minimum, you'll hit that same key sequence. Find the second key, find the trace key, and go to minimum. And you'll get this cursor, get it to the left of the minimum, hit enter, and again, it's going to make that triangle. Move your cursor to the other side, hit enter, and then it'll do this. It'll ask for you to guess again. Don't bother, just hit enter, and it'll give you your minimum. And again, you have where is it and what is it. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully you guys have a good day. Talk to you.